times. Did
Okay.
You sit in it for your
It's Luke,
$100?
Dad,
How's this just
Mom,
$100?
sister's boyfriend,
I sent to you.
Viskin.
Yes,
Six.
Six
people.
They just go like biscuit.
Oh.
If I could do one thing over again, when I was in the Bahamas in 2008, I went with my friend John. Every day they got a boat, and we'd go out there, go deep sea fishing and snorkeling. And it was probably the second day after we'd just gone deep sea fishing. They decided that we should probably go snorkel one of these reefs. And I'd snorkeled before, but nothing like this out far in the middle of the ocean. So I mean, they'd gone for 2 or 3 years in a row, so they knew it pretty well. And so we got out in the middle of the ocean, and it was crystal blues. You could see the bottom, but it was still kind of intimidating since it was literally in the middle of the ocean. I don't know, maybe a mile or two off the coast. And so they kind of just looked at us and said, "All right, just jump out." And so I was kind of scared. They were used to it. So we jumped in the water, and when we got in, you're wearing the goggles. We just saw just a ton of jellyfish, just maybe hundreds, even thousands. And they probably went for maybe about 100 yards wide. And they just decided, all right, just swim around them. And I was kind of scared, but I didn't want to be the lame guy who didn't go anyways. So I swam around them, and they dropped the anchor, and we just we were snorkeling 10, 15 minutes. Just going around the reef. And when it was time to go back, we'd seen everything on the reef. We were trying to go back to the boat, but more jellyfish had come, and the only way through the reef to get back to the boat was completely full of jellyfish. And we weren't snorkeling with jackets or anything. It was just swimsuits and flippers and the helmet kind of thing. So we were just out there, just floating, and there was no way for us to get back to the boat. And the current was pretty strong, so we started to get pretty tired. And there was no way for us to get there unless literally just climbing over the coral, and we would have gotten cut up. So we had nowhere to go, and we were waiting for the boat to come get us, because we were probably 200-300 yards away from the boat, and the boat had the anchor stuck underneath a rock. So we had nowhere to go. The jellyfish were just, slowly getting closer and closer. And first, seeing hundreds, even thousands of jellyfish in front of you is just absolutely frightening. So we were just getting pushed up against the reef, and it was absolutely just petrifying. You just didn't know what to do. And I probably, if I could do something again, I probably wouldn't have tried to be the cool guy or whatever and gone around the jellyfish. I probably just would have said, all right, I'm going to sit this one out. I'll just go, 30 minutes when you guys go to another reef. Eventually, they got the anchor out from underneath the rock, but it took about 15-20 minutes. So we were just, having to fight the current and not get pushed up against the rocks while the jellyfish were coming toward us. And I know it doesn't sound that intense, jellyfish, but when it's hundreds of thousands, it's pretty intense. So if that's one thing I could do over again, I probably wouldn't swim around them, because now I'm not a huge fan of snorkeling from that experience.